Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our today's lesson. This is Teacher Smile, and in today's lesson we are going to talk about surds or surds, however you may pronounce them. We are not going to spend much of our time talking about, we are not even going to talk about the very initial things like how do we solve sets, how do we rationalize them, how do we deal with those. If you have any challenge or any problem in doing that, you just make sure that you comment and then we'll look at that. But for today, we are just going to solve the equations that we see in grade 12. Okay? All right, fine. So for us to solve these equations, I have three steps, just three steps that you will need to follow for you to solve them. The first step is to isolate, right? Number two is to square both sides. You know, you can square if it's a square root, you can cube if it's a cube root or whatever, but you do that both sides. It's very important for you to know that you are supposed to do it both sides. The last step is to select. The first question that we are going to look at, square root of x plus 1 is equal to 3. How would we solve this one? Look at this. Yes, where is it? Right here. Isolate it. So we need to take whatever is this side that has nothing to do with the square root, put it to the other side. So what do? We take this one to the other side. So we are going to have square root of x is equals to 3. This one goes there, becomes negative minus 1. So root of 3 is equal to 2. Then after you successfully isolate like this, what do? Square both sides. Square, square. So this square is going to cancel the square root. So, oh, sorry, here we are supposed to have an x, not 3, an x here, right? So whatever we have here, the answer is going to be x left because the square root and 2 has cancelled and the power 2 has have cancelled. So we now go on and we have our answer 4. Here, there's no need for us to select. You'll see in the cases where we need to select, especially when we are dealing with the ones that will end up being quadratic. So let's have the second situation. How about if I am given something like 3 root x is equal to, let's say 5. First thing, make sure that you isolate. I could have it, just square both sides like that, but I just want to follow this pattern so that we won't have any challenges. Isolate. Just isolate. How do we isolate here? You have to divide both sides by 3. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. So when you do that, you're going to have square root of x is equal to 5 over 3. Now we have successfully isolated this. What do? Square both sides, right? So you are going to square this side. You also square the other side. So this and that will cancel out. Thus our x is equal to 25 over 9. Like, okay, let's write number 3 here. Minus root of x is equal to 2, right? Again, isolate. Yes, we know you could have it just squared both sides, but isolate. Then when you isolate, you are going to divide both sides by -1 to remove that negative from that side. Divide by -1. Then you are going to have square root of x is equals to -2. You have successfully isolated. So in this case, what are you going to do next? Square both sides. So it means that now our x is equal to -2 squared. You can just punch that in your calculator and you will get what? You will get 4. Very, very important for you to follow those steps because you will not actually fall for some, slightly complicated questions because you just know that I need to isolate. From a past exam paper, November 2020, question 1.1.4, it's here we have the square root of x plus 18 is equals to x minus 2. Okay, let's visit our steps again. Let's write this number 4. Let's visit our steps again. What do we need to do first? We need to isolate. But we can see that whatever is under the square root is already isolated because nothing else other than those that are under the square root are to the left-hand side. So we just move on to the second step, which is saying what? Square both sides. So we come here, we square. Make sure that you just do your steps clearly so that we can see what you're doing. So again, remember, this cancels this. So we are going to have x plus 18 is equal to x minus 2 squared. Then you expand this part. How do you expand? We expand x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equals to x plus 18. You know how to expand brackets, right? If you don't know, please check the other videos about the expansion of brackets. Then from here, we can just take everything to the other side, and then we have 0 is equals to x squared minus 4x. The x that's going to come is going to be minus x. I'm just collecting like terms as I'm going. This is plus 4. And when this one comes, it becomes minus 18. So let's go up here. What are we going to get now after that? Let's start by writing the right-hand side. We're going to have x squared minus 5x minus 14. Oh, yes, minus 14 is equal to 0. Then when we have this, we can factorize, right? How do we factorize? You can factorize or you can solve this using quadratic formula. So we are going to have x minus 7, x plus 2, if we factorize, is equal to 0. So it's either x minus 7 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Hope you are seeing x plus 2 is equal to 0. So what two answers am I going to get? I'm going to get x is equal to 7 or x is equal to negative 2. When I get this, I now need to select my answer. Select which one by rejecting the one that's not going to be true. Okay, take this, plug it in to this equation and see what you are going to get. If I take 7, I put it here, I get 7 plus 18, you get 25. Square root of 25 is 5. Is equals to, this one is 7. So 7 minus 2 is still 5. So left-hand side and right-hand side are equal. Take also negative 2, plug it in here. Negative 2 plus 18 is positive 16. Square root of positive 16 is 4. How about here? Minus 2 minus 2, you are going to get minus 4. So the left-hand side and the right-hand side are not matching. So what are we saying here? We are just saying take this, substitute into the original equation. The equation before you put those squares. Okay, those square. What was the original equation? The original equation was just x plus 18 is equal to x minus 2. So at first you are trying this to see if you are going, the left-hand side is going to be equal to the right-hand side. Next you are trying this to see if the left-hand side is going to be the right-hand side, equal to the right-hand side. Then you will see at the end that x is equal to 7, but x is not equal to negative 2. This is what we were saying by rejecting the other answer. The other answer is not working for this. In this equation, it doesn't work. So that's what we do when we are solving these equations. I hope it was clear to you. So if you have any question, let me just give you, something else for you to work on.